Hello ASL 1 and 2, my name is Emma. Today I'm going to show you the assisted listening devices at my work and tell you about how I helped install them and a little bit about how they work. On July 26, 1990, the American Disabilities Act was signed into law. You might be wondering how this impacts me and my work, and that's because I work in event spaces. Me and my team have 6 event spaces that we are in charge of. These spaces hold meetings, live streams, live events, and live bands. My team is in charge of these spaces and how they function. Part of the function is the assisted listening devices. It came to my attention that we had assisted listening devices, but they had not been tested to see if they were working properly at all. So a coworker and I took on the project to make sure that these guys work exactly as they should. It took a large amount of work, and at first the devices only picked up static. Sometimes we could only get one ear to work, or we couldn't get them to work at all. After a lot of testing, we found out that in some cases we had to fully reroute our spaces in order to get these to work. Our assisted listening devices translate sound in megahertz, which is 1 million sound cycles per second. Deafness is more about decibel loss than it is about hertz loss. As most decibel loss happens in the higher frequencies, having a high megahertz count and a slower bit depth is vital to assisted listening. Bit depth is the number of bits of information in each sample that directly correspond to the resolution of that sample. So every time the assisted listening device captures audio data, it's actually capturing less data, but at an astounding rate, causing the sound of that data to be heard by a deaf or hearing person. Meaning, ASL devices work by processing tone higher and faster than a typical human ear can, which can reduce the amount of sound picked up but highlight the speaker's tone. The way that our assisted listening devices work is you put them in like headphones, and there's a dial connected to a radio frequency that's also routed to our audio board. So the deaf and/or hard of hearing person would be able to put these in and hear the speaker as long as they're talking into our microphones and their presentation is routed to our board. And that's how our assisted listening devices work.